Radio अपना फ्रैंकफर्ट दिल से कहता है।
Hello everyone, I'm Raman from Apna Frankfurt, and today we are going to talk about something very important. It's about our environment, it's about our ecosystem. And to talk about this, we have on our panel experts from an organization called SPIHA, which stands for Society for Prevention of Healthy Environment and Ecology and Heritage of Agra. We are delighted to have with us two representatives from this organization today, Mr. Shabd Mishra, who is SPIHA's media coordinator, and he is joining us from India today. And we have Mr. Mukul Bhatnagar, who is the regional representative of SPIHA for Europe and UK, joining us from Germany. Welcome to both of you, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Raman. This is Shabd, SPIHA Media Coordinator and Spokesperson, joining from Agra, India.
Thank you. Thank you for joining today.
And thanks a lot, Raman, for giving us the opportunity to talk with the Apna Frankfurt listeners and spreading the awareness about the preservation of the environment. I'm looking forward. Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's a very important topic. So pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much once again for both of you for taking out the time today for talking to us. Yeah, and now with this, let's jump into our short talk today. I would put it that way. So my first question to Mr. Mishra. Well, SPIHA stands for Society for Prevention of Health, Environment and Ecology and Heritage of Agra. So my first question, what was the need of establishing SPIHA? I mean, why was this organization formed? And maybe you can share a little bit of history that is attached with this organization.
Sure. So it's Society for Preservation of Healthy Environment and Ecology and Heritage of Agra, with the short form being SPIHA. It was formed in July 2006. We're celebrating our 15 years this year. It was formed by like-minded people from Agra. The genesis of SPIHA was that, a lot of rampant construction, deforestation, or we would say, reduction of green cover in Agra was happening. And therefore, a lot of like-minded people headed by our president, Mr. M.A. Pathan, came together to form this organization with the aim being to work for the management and implementation of sustainable and holistic solutions for environment and ecological needs of Agra. And that's what we have been doing for the last 15 years. We have been A, working on the ground, B, creating awareness, and C, interacting and bringing in experts like Mr. Anil Kakodkar, the Rain Man of India, Mr. Rajendra, or the Water Man of India, Rajendra Singh, and the likes coming over to Agra, helping us, guiding us, and creating holistic solutions. We not just preaching, we're also trying to practice it by bringing in, the area where we stay, Zone 2, we've got rainwater harvesting systems. We've been using organic agriculture to grow our food grains. We've been using solar energy and less, fuel efficient or zero emission vehicles or electric vehicles for our local transport needs.
Wow. So I mean, that sounds really important. And I think the overall aim that you have behind it is very noble and it's really important. But I'm curious now because I mean, SPIHA is an NGO organization from Agra in India. And it is today a global or an international organization, if I'm putting it right? So what was the need? I mean, my main question is, how has this journey been starting from Agra, being an international organization? We have a representative with us from Europe as well. I mean, how has this journey been till now?
See, the main vision of SPIHA was to make all urban habitats eco-friendly and sustainable. Now, when you want to do such a thing, you start at home first. So we first started practicing what we wanted to preach. We created a role model. We have an eco village, which is a certified eco village already established. Now the model needs to be, logically moved out. If you want to bring about a change in the world, we need to go out and showcase what we have been able to achieve. And that's what SPIHA has been trying to do with its objective of going international. Now, we're not the only people who want to have a sustainable habitat. there are many like-minded people across the world, and to bring them under a common platform and to be able to achieve what we have been able to achieve. That has been the objective of SPIHA. And with the rise of technology, we've been talking to Apna Frankfurt right now. It's possible because there is technology which is affordable, not so difficult to understand. And therefore, this technology aided expansion. When we do our webinar series, or when we even did a recent tree plantation, we had people from 125 cities across the globe joining us. I think that's the beauty about what SPIHA has been able to achieve, despite being a small boutique organization from Agra. Having been able to expand its outreach to 4 continents, over 150 cities in a short span of time. I mean, 15 years, people may say it's a long span, but we've been able to achieve this in the last 2 years since we've gone international.
Yeah. I mean, that also shows when your intentions are right and you're doing the right thing, right people join hands there. And I think what you have started with is very, very important. And recognizing that 15 years earlier from today, that itself was a vision. And at the right time, I would say you have started. And I mean, today you are telling us that it's in the 4 continents and the 150 cities are connected with this organization. That shows itself how important the vision or how important the mission of SPIHA is. Well, with this, when we are talking about international aspect, I'd like to bring in Mr. Bhatnagar now. So, Mr. Bhatnagar, I mean, tell me about what do you do in Germany as a representative of SPIHA? And I mean, I think you're also representing the whole Europe. So how has SPIHA been accepted across the Europe?
Thank you, Raman. Yes, I would like to share that in Europe as well as in Germany, SPIHA initiatives have been really appreciated, and they have been welcomed, because the environmental crisis is not a local crisis; it's a global crisis, and to tackle this particular situation, we require broader philosophical and conscious understanding of ourselves as a creature of the nature. We are embedded in the life cycles, and we are dependent on the ecosystems. There is always a trilogy between human ecology and the spiritual part, the spiritual understanding of the ourself as the human being. And as rightly has been said even by Pope Benedict in few years before, when he supported the green movement, he said that what people do to the nature and the ecology depends on what they think about themselves in relation to things around them. And similarly, last year, European Commission, the new Commission, which took oath last year, they have come out with the green policy, and Europe is looking to be the first carbon neutral continent by 2050. And on these lines, SPIHA as a society, aims to act as a bridge between the government and the non-government organizations and the general residents of the city or the habitats, for promoting the healthy environment for benefit of all, by providing the specialized drives like the plantation drive, or arranging drawing and painting competitions and essay competition to raise the public awareness on the environment and the ecological issues. In Germany, we started our functioning in 2020, and from that time we have organized the plantation drive in 2020 in August, as well as in this year 2021 we organized the plantation drive on 1st of July. Apart from this, we organized the drawing and painting competition and the essay competition. We were also lucky to organize a word webinar in month of February on the well-being and the health habitat, that how we can live better, especially here we concentrated upon the air quality because there is a lot of issue with respect to the lung diseases in Europe, or so how to tackle these, especially in the youngsters, with the proper timely detection and the precaution in general. So basically, our focus in Europe is on the sustainable management of the life-sustaining ecosystems and protection, conservation, and development of the environment. And apart from this, cultural, emotional, and the spiritual well-being of the resident, because the governments are doing really good here in Europe. But at the same time, it is responsibility of the individual as well as the residents to take their own steps in supporting the movement. So that's what it is, that where we look into work around in order to generate the mass awareness on the burning need of environmental protection and connect the youth and teens, not only in Germany or Europe, but globally.
Yeah.
So that I
No,
would like to say.
I mean, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I think very, very important point that you touched in there, individual responsibility, you know, that everybody bears a responsibility to contribute to this cause. And I think especially it sounds like, okay, everybody conducts some essay competitions or painting competition, but this is, by doing this, I think what is really nice is that people are getting the time or the opportunity to think about these causes and see that how they can make a difference there. And I think when you involve youngsters and kids from the right age in this thinking, and this is what exactly SPIHA is doing, I think this ensures a better future for all of us. So thank you for conducting that on this international level. And I think this is absolutely the right thing that we are doing. Now, with this, Mr. Bhatnagar, my next question to you. Yeah, I mean, SPIHA is commemorating 15 years of its existence. How has this journey been in these 15 years? And I mean, how did you celebrate these 15 years? Because now, ongoing because of these corona challenges that we have, was it easy to organize such a celebration, or how exactly did you celebrate that?
There is a very good word which I love in German. It is called Jein. Yes and no. So certainly because of the COVID, we miss the personal touch with the individuals. But at the same time, because of the help of technology and the ease that the people can join from their own comfort, from their houses and from their own places, so it was helpful in the outreach. So had it been the individual programs which we organize in the cities, in comparison to those, the participation was wider because people were able to join from their houses and with their own comfort. And as Shabd has already said, that since its inception in 2006, SPIA has planted every year, and thousands of saplings across the globe and have been planted, followed up by the upkeep for 3 years. So it's not only the plantation, we also ensure that they survive in the initial years so that once they become stronger, there is a better success rate.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to share that about 84% of all the trees which are planted by the SPR members in past 14 years, they have survived 84%. And
Nice.
generally, SPR tries to plant or encourages to plant the trees which are local or sustainable in the local environment. I would like to share here that in Germany, we are basically a woodland. If there is no human influence, 75% of the land will become a wooded area. But at present, we have only 30% of the forest. And out of this 30%, 70% is a commercial timber woodland, which is good for the commerce, but sometimes it is not very nice for the ecosystems because it burdens with the consumption of the water because the trees have to grow really fast, and at the same time it is not very much supporting the local biological the insects and other habitats.
Yeah.
So our effort is to look into that to get as natural or local plantation, and which will also promote the ecology. In this year, as you asked, that we started celebration with the plantation on July 1st, on which almost like 15,000 plus saplings were planted worldwide. In fact, the total count crossed somewhere 18,000 saplings of 70 varieties in 125 locations across the globe. And in Europe, it was almost at 17 places. So like in Germany, we had a plantation in Frankfurt, in Heidelberg, Stuttgart, Bremen. And when we talk about the Europe, so like in Oslo and Helsingborg in Sweden, Amsterdam, UK, Birmingham, Oxford, London. So it was really a good drive. And we are happy to share that people are really, they participated with wholeheartedly, and they are really looking forward for the next event to
Yeah.
propagate the message.
Yeah, no, very nice. I mean, as I said, I mean, when the cause is so noble and you're doing it in the right way, people connect with it and people contribute to it. So thanks again from my side also to Spiha and all the organizers of Spiha who are doing this noble thing. Yeah. With this, let me now move to my next question here. And I would like to bring in Mr. Mishra again. I mean, it will be my final question to you. So what is the message that you would like to convey to our listeners and viewers here?
Thank you, Raman. So we got a thunderstorm happening over here in Agra. Just in case if there is a thunderstorm, I'll probably repeat myself.
Okay, sure. Please go ahead.
So the most important thing that happened 2 years ago on 29 July 2019 was what we now know as the Earth Overshoot Day, which means that we were taking away from Earth a lot more resources than what we were trying to, or the Earth could reinvent or reproduce by itself. And therefore, humanity today stands at a defining moment of history. There are going to be disparities. There are going to be a worsening of hunger, ill health, and probably literacy, which are all interconnected in some way or another because of this deterioration of the ecosystem. People migrate from one place to another because of scarcity of water. We're already seeing heat waves across the world this year, which has been happening for the past few years. So while on one hand, at stake is the development, on other hand is sustainable development, a sustainability of the environment and the ecosystem. And they have to be balanced now, probably yesterday. Yeah. We probably will not have a tomorrow to rectify our errors. And therefore, the message that we would like to convey through Apna Frankfurt, through Raman Jaswal, would be that we all need to assume a collective responsibility towards our environment and ecosystem. Even if we can do a little bit, maybe install a rainwater harvesting system, maybe opt for vegan diets, go for organic food. When there is no demand, the production would automatically start changing. And this would probably reinforce pillars of the sustainable development, bringing in a more robust but sustainable economic development, social development, and would probably enhance the environment protection at all levels. And I think that's the message that we would want your listeners to understand, absorb, and please implement. Even if you plant one sapling a year, it matters. If you do one thing which helps protect the environment, it matters. So nothing that you do, towards the environment, it will not go in vain. We will probably be able to give our kids a better future, or at least the same that we got in inheritance instead of worsening it. That's from Spiha.
No, thank you. I mean, very well said, Mr. Mishra there. I would like to bring in Mr. Bhatnagar. Any final words from you, sir?
I think Shabd has already covered the main message, but certainly we have to work not only locally, but we have to work at all levels, locally, nationally, even at the regional and the global level. And it has been, it was shared once the first man reached into the space. He identified that as a man or human, we have made borders over the earth, but when we look from the top, there is only one single word and single earth. And we all have the responsibility to take care of it. while Earth is taking care of herself.
Yes. No, thank you. Thank you for adding that. So, I mean, in short, Spiha, what I've heard now in this call with all of us is that it's an organization that is really working for a sustainable future for all of us. Yeah. So anybody who is listening to this interview, who is watching this interview, I would invite them to visit the website spiha.org. And you can go there, you can inform yourself more about this organization. A final word from my side will be, we are in the middle of a crisis and we need to recognize this today. Yeah. It's already too late. We have to bring the change today. So it's a daily fight that we all need to take over. It's our daily responsibility that we bring the change for tomorrow. We have to change our habits today so that we can ensure a better tomorrow for all of us. So it's a request also from my side, along with, I think, from Spiha here, that we all need to take those right steps today. So let's bring out this change together and let's make a better tomorrow for all of us. With this, I would like to thank both of you for joining us today in this talk. It was a pleasure talking to both of you, and we will stay in touch. Thank you very much for joining, Mr. Mishra. Thank you very much, Mr. Bhatnagar.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Raman,
you.
for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Radio अपना Frankfurt Tennessee